Hi guys, welcome back to Derby Koi. Now, I don't know if you remember, some time ago I had an issue in the filter house when I had a leak, and I got notifications from a leak sensor kit that I've been using. Now that leak sensor kit has been really good, really happy with it, but unfortunately the company that made it are no longer producing any products or any updates or anything like that. So that one is app based. I get notifications through an app, but unfortunately they're not doing updates on it. So I was a little concerned that there could be issues with that and any problems in the future. So I want to future proof it. So what I decided to do was look into some other leak sensors. Now also, if you remember, in a previous slight review video I did on a product which was my smoke sensor and carbon monoxide sensor combined through a company called Xsense, and I'm really happy with that smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector I bought. So I looked into them and I found out they did leak sensors. So I contacted the company, and through emails back and forward they graciously sent me out some products to review and test for them, one of them being a leak sensor. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the unboxing and then we'll get into the review. Okay, so let's have a look at what they've sent me. They sent me two boxes here. The first one is the smart water leak sensor kit with base station. So you've got your base station and your 3 leak sensors. They've also sent me their Wi-Fi smoke alarm to try. Now, like I say, these are a smoke alarm which are app based, but I did say I have purchased their smoke alarm and carbon monoxide combined detectors. Now those are not app based or Wi-Fi. What they'll do is they're all linked together, so if one goes off they all go off, which is what was great. But the problem is, if I'm not at home and they go off, I'm not going to know. So a way around that, if you have her, which cannot be named, Alexa, don't forget to set a reminder every Friday at 9 AM to watch Derby Koi. Sorry about that, as all your Alexa's gone off now. Anyway, I won't say it again. Yeah, so if you have her that cannot be named, there's a system on there where you can set it up where it listens out for broken glass, if, touch wood, you don't have a break in, or if a smoke alarm goes off or something like that. So if the detectors go off while I'm not here, her who cannot be named will send me a notification to my phone. So that's one way around it. But these, as I say, are Wi-Fi and app based, so if anything goes off I will automatically get a notification from these. So let's start with the unboxings, and we'll start with the leak sensors. Okay, so we'll start with the smart water leak sensors. So let's see what we get in here. Okay, got a user manual, and there's your plug to, I'm assuming, power the base station. And I'm assuming this is the base station. Yep, so you've got your base station there. So we'll look at that later. And 3 leak sensors. So there you are. There's your leak sensors, not too big, quite low profile on them. And there's your prongs on the back which detect the water. So there's 3 of those. So there's nothing else in the box. No. So nothing else in the box. So let's move on. Let's see what's in the smoke alarms. Get them off. Okay. Okay, in the smoke alarms, again, your manual, and that's just a thank you and about your extended warranty. And your smoke alarms are quite small, to be honest. Oh, very discreet. Oh, got a cover. So there's your smoke alarm, and you've got your fixing devices, raw plugs and screws on there. and there's a battery in there. You need to pull the tab out for it to start working. Now I think I read somewhere when I was looking online about these, I think they've got like a 3-year life on those standby, something like that. I could look into more about that, don't quote me on that, but I'm sure I've read somewhere it's got a 3-year battery, up to 3 years. So yeah, very discreet little smoke alarm then. So there's 3 of those in there, and that's it. Yeah, so as I said, they're all app based. So what I need to do now is set the app up and we'll come back. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up the Xsense account and set up the base station. First thing you need to do is you need to go to, if you're on Google Play Store or the iPhone equivalent, obviously I'm on Google, so what you can do is you go to Play Store and you download the Xsense Home Security. Now I've already done that, so once you've downloaded it, you press open and you come to your login page. Obviously we're going to create account, so you click on create account and this will open up. It'll take a few seconds. Okay, you're obviously going to put the country you're in first, and then you're going to put in your email account. So I'm going to set mine in. Now that's my email account I've set up at the moment. Now that's not my real email account, so if you do try and email that, I won't get it. I've just set that up, account up, just so I can create this account. From there, you're going to go into your password, and you're going to create your password, and then you're going to confirm your password, and then create account. Right, this will then send you a verification code to your email address that you've set up. So I'm just going to get that now. Now this verification code will change for each one, so I'm going to activate that. So account activated. Okay, so I'm now going to log in, obviously use the same email address and the same password. Okay, so as you can see, there's nothing set up at the moment. So what we're going to, first thing we're now going to do is we're going to add the base station. So in the top right hand corner of your app, you're going to press the little red plus sign, and you're going to, this way it shows you everything that Xsense do. So you're going to scroll down to base stations and click on base station, and you're going to pick which base station you've got. Now I've pressed on mine, and it's now going to tell me to scan the URL code, or the QR code, on the bottom of your base station, which is here. So you're going to click on there to scan. Now as you can see, it's asking me to scan my QR code. Now I'm not going to scan mine because I've already set it up on my actual own account. All you're going to do is you scan that QR code on there, and once it picks it up there, it's going to ask you to set in your Wi-Fi details, your password on there, and then you click OK, and that's going to set up your base station. I think it actually, if I remember right, it tells you that it's set up on the base station, and then it will turn blue once you're done. Okay, as you can see here, my base station is blue at the moment because that's now it's connected. So easy to do. Just follow the on-screen instructions, and the instructions in the manual are really easy. But I'm going to show you to set up a leak sensor. There is already one in there, but I'm going to set up another one. Again, really easy to do. So all you're going to do is you're going to press the plus symbol again and find the leak sensors and click on leak sensor. Now that's the one I've got up at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to customize a new one in here. Scroll through if there is anywhere. I'll put it in the utility room at the moment, which is my laundry room, and then you're going to click next. Again, it tells you what to do. Is you at the bottom of your leak sensor, there's the button in the middle, which is your test button as well. So you're going to press that rapidly twice, and the light on the front should start flashing. That's now it's saying it's in setup mode, and when it indicates blue, you're going to tap next on there.
Ready to add a device.
Instantly,
Device added.
Instantly told me device is added. So as easy as that. Okay, So go back to install and setup. Again, with this one, it just tells you where you can put the pipes, where you put the sensors. Well, you know, some good places to have them. Okay, so confirm, and as you can see there, leak sensor 2 is now in my app for the utility room. It's as easy as that. Okay, smoke alarms. Very similar process to do. Again, what you need to do with these, obviously you've got the base on this, you need to twist that and that will come off, and that's the piece that you attach to the ceiling with your screws. First thing you need to do is you need to pull the little tab out here, the little red plastic red tab. If you pull this one, that removes the battery. So you need to pull that one out, which makes connection for the battery. You then go back to your app. You click the plus sign in the top right hand corner and scroll down to smoke alarms. Click on your smoke alarm. Pick which smoke alarm that you've got on there. Once you press that one, it will talk you through the process. But what you do, you've got your test button on there. So what you're going to do is you're going to press and hold that one for about 5 seconds. Again, it will flash and tell you it's ready to go to setup. And again, just follow the same process again as you would before. Select your location, things like that, and then press next and OK. It will tell you it's all confirmed and you're ready to go. And once you've connected your plate to wherever you want to, on your ceiling, wherever it's going to be, again, all you're going to do is you're going to put that back on, lock it into place, and it's done. Simple as that. Okay, as you can see, it's really easy to set up a device. So what we're going to do now is have a quick look around the app, and then we'll get to some testing later. But I need to put these on. Okay, so on the app, as I said, you've got Derby Coy, which I've got it set up as. You can change locations and add other ones if you need to. But there, if we just click on the base station, as you can see there, that's giving us the list for the settings. But very interestingly on this one is the help and feedback section. If I just click on that, it brings up the troubleshooting guide. So if you click on that, it brings up just the troubleshooting for the base station. So again, that will give you certain options to go through and hopefully sort the issue out. If you can't sort the issue out, if you look at the bottom there, you've got the contact section, which I think is a really good idea. If these apps, these sections don't help you, and you click on that contact section, you go online and you can contact them through there as well, which I think is really helpful. So going back from that one, if we go on to the leak sensor, again, it's giving me the settings on there again. You can change your device settings, your notifications, your sounds, things like that. But again, if you go to help and feedback on there, also what it does, it gives you a troubleshooting guide and a user manual. Now, if you're like me, and most men don't always read user manuals, or you read them once and they end up going in the bins at some point, so and then you come back to them and you don't know how it works. It's very good that this gives you the user manual just to set up that device. But also the troubleshooting again, this is just set up for the leak sensor, which I think a lot of companies should do this. With your help and normally if you click on one of those, because your help and feedback, it gives you just bits and pieces for everything. But if you just want to sort out one specific issue with the leak sensor, this is its own help and feedback section and your troubleshooting section just for the leak sensor, which I think again is really good. And again, as you can see, they've got all different issues and problems, so hopefully sort you out. And if not, again, you've got that contact section on there, and it'll be the same for the smoke alarm and all their devices, which I think is really good again on those. So I think, like I said, I think a lot of companies haven't got those, but I really think they should, because I think that's a really good idea. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is going to do some tests on the leak sensors and smoke alarms. But if you have a look at the app, as you can see, I've installed all 3 leak sensors and all 3 smoke alarms all set up. So what we're going to do is we're going to start some tests. As you can see from the bottom of the sensor, this is the one that I'm going to put in the filter house. There's 4 prongs on there. Now if any water, once that's flat on the surface, any water leaks underneath and 2 of these contacts are joined by water, it will sound the alarm. Also, if you look at the top of it, along the top there's 2 little prongs on there as well. So if you've got that in place somewhere and that something actually drips on it and makes contact on them 2 prongs, it's going to set it off as well. Right, so to simulate a leak, what I've got a little saucer with some paper towel and some water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this on top of the towel to simulate a leak. Now what that's going to do, it's going to set the alarm off in the leak sensors here. The base station will go off as well, an alarm will sound on that, and also the notification on the phone will go off. Now when I do this, because I'm in close proximity, all three are going to go off. But if that's in the leak in the filter house, when that goes off, obviously I won't hear it because it's in my filter house outside. So the base station will go off and the phone will go off. And if I'm not at home, they will all go off, but I'll only hear the one on the phone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to simulate the leak. So let's put this on here.
Alarm on.
There you go, that simulated a leak. Now the sensor and the base station went off more or less instantaneously at the same time, and the notification on the phone was like a second, maybe 2 seconds later. And all I did to stop it was I took that up and dried the sensors on that, and it told me it had stopped. So that's the one test. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to simulate a drip onto the top of the contacts, but instead of me silencing it by drying it off, what I'm going to do is in the app it comes up with a remind me later or a silence, so I'm going to silence it from there. So let's get that up again. Easy enough as to do that. Just silence it and it goes off. Okay, smoke alarm. So we're going to do a test on the smoke alarm. Now obviously I'm in here now, I'm not going to set the smoke alarm off with smoke because my house is full of smoke. But as you can see, there's a grill all the way around. That's actually to stop insects getting into your smoke alarm. And on the front is your test button. So with the test, when I press the test button, all I'm going to get, it's going to beep 3 times and I'll get a notification on my phone to say it's done a test. Now if it actually set off by actually an actual smoke or a fire or something set it off, this will ring beep constantly and you'll get the siren go off on your phone the same as you do with your leak sensor. And again, you can silence that by the phone, or if you buy the smoke alarm you can actually silence it on here. Now so what I'm going to do now is I'll do the test, then I'll come back and talk about the silencing. So to do your test, all you're going to do is just you press that button once. There's my test done. It tells me it's been flashing blue and my notification has actually come through on the phone to say I've been in test mode. Now, as I said, if there's been a fire or something smoked, you can actually silence it as it goes off. And I thought, why do you need to silence the smoke alarm? But then I actually think again, it's actually not a bad idea. If, like me, you're actually cooking your food and you burn most of it, that's why I get Graham to do most of the cooking, and smoke in the kitchen, you can actually, either on the app or on the smoke alarm itself, you can actually press the silence button, and what that will do is that will silence the alarm and it will deactivate the smoke alarm for 9 minutes. And this will flash red. After 9 minutes, it will turn back on again, so you're again back to normal and you're up and running and you'll be protected. Not a bad idea, to be honest. So yeah, that's the test on that done, so all up and running. Okay, so it's been approximately 2 weeks now, probably just over 2 weeks since I started the unboxing and the review. Now I want to leave it a couple of weeks to give them a thorough test to see everything's working, and I've got to say they've worked absolutely flawlessly so far. Been doing various tests on them, and while I've been at work, Graham's been doing tests as well. There've been notifications have all been coming through, worked absolutely perfectly, so no qualms there, really happy. Good points and bad points. A couple of small bad points, only very minor. It's mainly to do with the smoke alarms. Now to connect the smoke alarm via the router, it needs to be on a 2.4 gigahertz channel on the router. Now unfortunately my router is set to 5 gigahertz because everything I've got on there is on 5 gigahertz. so I couldn't connect via the base station, so I had to connect it a different way. I've got Wi-Fi extenders around the house at various locations, so and they run on 2.4 gigahertz. So I've connected them via those, so it's not actually through the base station. So that's one little point. Another point is, again, when you want to set them up on the leak sensors, there's a QR code on the bottom. So easy, absolutely fantastic to put the leak sensor on. Now unfortunately with the fire smoke alarms, that doesn't work. You have to put them in manually, which was a bit of a pain, I must admit. Now it does say another tiny little point, a bit of conflicting information. When you read the instruction manual how to set them up and the instructions on the app, they're different. Now one's telling me you press the button twice quickly and it will then flash red to tell you it's in discovery mode, so your router and that can find it, and the other one tells you have to hold it for 5 seconds until it turns blue and then it's in discovery mode. A little bit confusing, but we got there in the end. They did take 2 or 3 attempts to actually find the Wi-Fi network, so don't be put off. It will come up saying couldn't find it or wherever. Just try 2 or 3 times and you'll get there eventually. But apart from that, I've got to say I'm really happy with them. I've got my one leak sensor down here at the moment, and the other one, the smoke alarm obviously, is up there. So yeah, in the 2 weeks I've been trying them, absolutely flawless, not an issue, running absolutely perfect. So yeah, very happy with them. Would I recommend them? Yes, I've got to say I would. I really would. The leak sensors especially are really going to come in handy for me. As I said before, I have had a couple of leaks in the filter house, and our leak sensors really saved my bacon with that. And these one especially, what I do like with these leak sensors and the smoke alarm, if it goes off in here, I get a loud, the base station goes off for the leak sensor and on the phone, but if the smoke alarm goes off, I get a loud one here and it goes off on the phone, because unfortunately I couldn't connect it through the base station. If you're on 2.4 gigahertz, you should be able to connect it to your base station, so I'm assuming then you'll get the notification on your base station as well, but I don't mind that. If it's going to go off and I'm here, I'm going to hear it. So yeah, very happy indeed. So yeah, that's it really, not much more to be said. Very happy with them, so that's it. I want to say a massive thank you to Xsense for sending these out to me to test and review. Extremely happy, massive thank you. So yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Till the next one, stay safe, job's a good one.